G'day, mate. Just testing. How are we doing? Good. Oh, excellent. Brilliant. I like that. Brilliant. I've come here today. I've flown all the way from Oz, but I don't really consider myself any particular nationality. In fact, I consider myself a citizen of the world. Because thanks to the power of the internet, I've been able to be wherever I want to be, do whatever I want to do, and have whatever I want to have. Are we alive in the best time ever? Aren't we? Absolutely. So I've come here today to share with you the foundations, the keys that can unlock the same potential for you to transform your life too. I'm going to teach you some key things today. Who's got pen and paper? Excellent. If you don't, beg, borrow and steal, because I'm going to give you a lot of information in a short amount of time. In fact, let me ask you, here's what I've done. I've overloaded my presentation with information so we can cover a lot of things quickly or a few things slowly. Which way do we want to go? Who's for a lot of things quickly? All right, so that's fast riding, okay? Is that the deal? All right, it's a bit like a first date, isn't it? You've got to kind of feel each other out, make sure it's all good. So what I'm going to show you today is how to unlock multiple streams of income. Because I'm sure you all are aware, it's no phenomenon or surprise today that we need to have multiple streams of income. Who agrees with me on that? Exactly. So that means that we need income coming from multiple sources. So I'm going to teach you today some of the key points on how to get some of the biggest companies in the world and also the biggest companies on the internet to do your marketing for you. Would that be helpful? To have Apple and Google and Amazon and companies like that taking care of your marketing for you so that you can have income coming from multiple streams. But then to go hand in hand with that, we don't just want the multiple streams all coming into one business. We never want to have all our eggs in one basket. We want to have multiple baskets, right? Okay, so the second part of what I'm going to teach today is how to create multiple streams of income going into multiple businesses. Because that is the multiplying factor. Can you see the power of 3 versus the power of 9 already? Okay, excellent. Who's going, the power of 3 and the power of 9? It'll make sense to you shortly. The key point I want you to understand, though, is traffic is absolutely essential to any business. It's the life of any business, is to have people coming to your business and having a look and potentially becoming customers. But what you don't want to do is be putting all of those people into one thing that you've got to offer. What I'm suggesting here is that you want to develop a portfolio of businesses, just like we have a portfolio in real estate and we have a portfolio in stocks. Now, in traditional business, that was almost impossible, and it is still impossible because a traditional business is a time for money business, right? Who here owns their own business? Okay, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're the hardest working, lowest paid person on staff, right? Right. So, if we're going to have multiple businesses, we're not going to get any more time. That's the one finite thing that we have. We cannot get any more time than 24 hours a day. So the third element to what I want to teach you today is the multiple streams of income going into multiple businesses and using automation as the enabler so that you can operate multiple businesses at the same time and use technology to do what you and staff, people used to do. The best thing about having technology as staff is that they never get sick and they never complain. And that's one of the other reasons why it's a great time to be alive right now. So that's what we're going to learn in the next 60 minutes. Who's up for it? Yes. Excellent. Okay, so let's get into it. Are we ready? Awesome. Who has seen me present before? Put your hand up so I know. Hello, welcome back. It's lovely to see you again. Thank you very much. It's been a long time since I've been here, but it's a thrill to be back. For the rest of you that have not seen me present before, let me just take a moment to give you a brief overview of who I am and what I do today. Auto web marketing and sales coach is essentially what I call myself if I run into someone in the elevator and they ask what I do. I teach people how to automate businesses that are web-based and then how to automate their sales process as well. Because if we're going to get these big businesses bringing a whole lot of traffic to us, we don't want to suddenly have to employ a staff of 6 or 10 people to handle all the leads, right? We want to be able to automate the sales as well. So that's what I do. So I head up an organisation called Web Business Academy. We are an organisation that is founded specifically for people like you, entrepreneurs, business owners, Stay-at-home mums, it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from. If you want to unlock the true potential of the internet, we teach you how to do the right things the right way. Because do you think that there's a wrong way to do things? Absolutely there is. And so what I've been able to figure out since I got on the internet in 1996, back then it was a black screen with green text. Is there anyone else in the room that remembers that period of time? Thank you. You know, my biggest fear as a public speaker is not speaking publicly. It's the fear that one day the audience is going to be so much younger that when I ask that question, everyone's going to go, what? Okay, I'm going to get back to my hammock because I'm done at that point. So I got on the internet way back then. And over the years, do you think I made a lot of mistakes? Absolutely. Do you think I've seen a lot of other people fail online? Absolutely. So we founded the Web Business Academy 5 years ago, and we're a worldwide organisation. We have coaches based all around the world so that I am able to coach people no matter where you are in the world, either directly over the internet through webinars and teleseminars or our on-the-ground coaches. And so we founded this organisation to take away a lot of the pain that I experienced as somebody trying to get something off the ground for nearly 5 years before I actually figured out how to successfully make a sale. I know most people would have quit, right? The good thing was that I had such a bad situation that quitting wasn't an option. So that was kind of handy. But today, there's so many opportunities around that it's very easy to negate the true value of what you're doing. And just putting up a website does not equal success. I know, bugger, it was going well, wasn't it? So there's a lot of ways to be wrong, but there's ways to be right. And what I've dedicated the last 5 years of my life to is, of course, empowering people through best practices, through aligning with some of the biggest players online and helping our customers, our clients, transform their lives using the power of these companies simply by getting their endorsement. Do you think it could be beneficial for you to find out in the next 60 minutes how to get Google seal of approval on your website? Who would like to actually get a full, detailed report from Google telling you the exact things that they want you to fix so that they can put you higher up on the search engines? Right, a very little known fact and very rarely discussed. Everyone goes and pays search engine optimization specialists a fortune to try and get their websites to the top, and all the while Google was never going to put it there because these things they're not happy with. Well, I'm going to show you how to get into the good books with Google. So that's what the Web Business Academy is about, and this is one of our outlets. I get to travel the world, and it's really fun. I run a blog called Do Business in Your Bathrobe from your home and hotels around the world. So it's a game for me. It's fun, you know. But what I want to do is make sure that you understand, most importantly, that the Academy is founded on best practice principles on the web, which is a whole new concept for this industry that's so comparatively very new, isn't it? There's still a lot of figuring out what actually is a good functioning website, what actually is good sales processes, what is actually best practice. Well, we've started to put those benchmarks in and set some standards for the industry and help our customers set themselves apart from the rest of the businesses online. I'm also a success mentor, and the reason for that is because I had to discover the hard way that it wasn't going to be an automatic evolution to wealth without me growing. Your business doesn't grow unless you grow. Bugger. It was going well. Do you agree with me on that? Yeah, the more you expand your mind, the more capable you are of applying it to your business. It stands to reason. So what I do is I blend in success mentoring with our business coaching. So would you mind today if I blend in some success mentoring in with the business coaching? Okay, so that the information is valuable and will actually have a result for you. Otherwise, it will just be a set of more information on notepads. So, transforming your business equals transforming your life, but it does start by transforming some of the ways we're thinking about how we're doing things right now. Change the way you think about something, and amazingly, the result can change as well. Value advocate is another thing that I like to call myself. If you're wondering why people are maybe not being drawn to your business, there's a good chance that you're just forgetting what the value is to them. So I always think of how can I add value to the process? So I call myself a value advocate. So when people come to me and they rave about their product, what I ask them is, well, how does that help me and why should I buy from you? Because when you can add value to other people's life or whatever it is that your business does, you're living with something called the law of reciprocity. We're already into the success mentoring. That was quick. When you help other people get what they want, you in turn will get. Absolutely. And so there was the value advocate. That's what I mean by that. First and foremost, though, I am an internet entrepreneur. That is my first love, my first commitment, and it helps me keep my information and my education up to date. So I have not removed myself from the scene and become a coach. I still am very active on the internet myself. Who here is on Facebook and is my friend? Anyone? No? Oh, well, hopefully I find a few new friends before the end of today. So, I'm very active in what I do online because this is my commitment, this is my life, and I've dedicated it to being on the internet. So I still run my own businesses, and I think it's important for you to know that, right? A lot of people transition into coaching and then they forget about the actual skill set. Well, I am still very much actively pursuing my businesses. And in fact, I have 176 websites. Thank you. And because I've used what I'm going to teach you today, the multiple streams from multiple sources in multiple businesses, and I've used automation, I'm able to travel the world, teach and empower you, and my websites are taking care of business for me. So do you think that helps to create in me financial peace of mind? Yes, absolutely. And not only that, because I stay in touch and I keep on the cutting edge, if it all disappeared tomorrow, I know exactly how to get it back. That's control, that's freedom. Can you see why I travel the world and teach what I teach? Because it's just in those few key points I've covered with you right there. As a result of what I was doing with learning my own experiences and teaching, I've become an author. I've written several books. The three that I mentioned here, I rewrote a version of Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. I wrote it for women in the 21st century and I called it Think and Glow Rich. Because ladies, we don't sweat, do we? We glow. I also wrote a book called How to Win the Respect of the Search Engines, because I figured that was a pretty important consideration, the law of reciprocity. If I help Google get what they want, there's a good chance Google will give me what I want. Then finally, the other book that I've put up, which is just in the stores now, is called Web Millionaires Secrets, How to Make Your First $1 Million Online and Make It Last. So I actually picked that up at the airport on my way here. It's just literally hit the bookstores. So I'm sitting in the plane trying not to look like a dick reading my own book, Trying to be discreet. So that all the authoring came about as a result of just knowing things that I could share with other people and putting it into various different forms. Because we are in the information age, and I'm going to be talking about information products today. We live in the information age with the internet simply as the media or the medium to disseminate that information. It's just a distribution channel, really. That's all the internet is, another distribution channel. But most importantly, what the true power of the internet is that it allows you to deliver information digitally instantly. So we live in an era, don't we, where we want it and we want it now. We do want it now, right? So instant information, internet age is where we're at, folks. And if that's just suddenly woken you up, great. Because this revolution and evolution is happening with or without you. If you're not going to join in, someone else will, and it's going to happen anyway. What you just need to get your hands and your head around right now is that we're nearly approaching the second decade of the 21st